Another Facebook whistleblower, a former high-level engineer, testifies on how Facebook harms young children and how Facebook executives do little to nothing about it. NTD's Virginia Gibson has more.
You have put your career on the line to come forward.
Former Meta engineer Arturo Bejar was hired by Facebook specifically to protect children, among other things. While there, he discovered teens were experiencing serious levels of harm. In one study from 2021, he found 22% of 13 to 15-year-olds were bullied in the past 7 days. Nearly 40% had been negatively compared to another person, and 13% had received unwanted sexual advances.
Many have come to accept the false proposition that sexualized content, unwanted advances, bullying, misogyny, and other harms are unavoidable evil. This is just not true. We don't tolerate unwanted sexual advances against children in any other public context.
Bejar's findings suggest Facebook and Instagram are constantly harming millions of children. Senators brought up stories of children who had committed suicide, who had met drug dealers, pedophiles, and sex traffickers, all because of social media. Bejar's own daughter among the victims.
My 14-year-old daughter joined Instagram. She and her friends began having awful experiences, including repeated unwanted sexual advances, harassment. She reported these incidents to the company, and it did nothing.
Bejar says he communicated his findings and recommended solutions to Facebook executives, including Mark Zuckerberg. But he said Zuckerberg ignored him and didn't implement his solutions.
They've made a decision that it's not a priority to them because of profit motive, have they not? In terms of what it's going to cost them in their business model if they have to interrupt it and monitor the content.
I think that would be a wonderful question to ask Mark. He can speak to why they made these choices. He can only speak to the fact that they keep making these choices over and over again.
Senator Lindsey Graham is on a mission to get rid of Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act. This would allow people to sue Meta over the content on its platform.
If you could sue on behalf of your daughter, would you?
I believe they just have to be held to account and being transparent.
Okay. Well, one way of doing that is to sue them. Do you know you can't sue them under the current law?
I did not know that.
Those who oppose repealing Section 230 say it would create very harsh content moderation policies or even end social media itself. That's because the firms would be flooded by an overwhelming number of lawsuits. But Senator Graham and many other politicians say if the platforms are allowed to moderate content, they need to be accountable for the content. Virginia Gibson, NTD News.